There it is. Good morning. Hope you're all good. I'm doing pretty good. I just woke up. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I got, 7 hours sleep already? Excuse me. Well, first I'd like to say happy birthday to my dad. He would have been 72 today, but he only made it to 59. So he's been gone for a while, but still, you know, it would be his 72nd. So he should be here still, but you know, he's not here today because he let himself go. He didn't take care of his health. You know, um, there's no doubt he would be here today if he took better care of himself. Because my mom's here, she's very healthy, and she's the same age as him. So, happy birthday, Dad. You know, you don't have to struggle anymore like his life. His life was a struggle. He had me when he was like 20 years old. He was real young when he had me, and he tried hard to survive and raise me up, and but what his downfall was drugs and alcohol, and and in food. So my dad got morbidly obese. He was at one time a 400 pounder, and at 6'1", that's still super heavy. Okay. uh, And then he got the guy gastric bypass, and all this stuff led to him getting like sick. So, and the drugs, the addiction to drugs and alcohol, it shortened his life. He died at 59 back in 2010. So, wish he was still here. Um, don't know where I'd be today if he was. I might not be sitting here right now. I might be somewhere else. I'd probably be out there where he was. I don't know. I love my dad. Uh, when he died, there's no doubt a part of me died. You know, my life changed the day he got sick, and then he died, and life's been different since. You know, it seems like a long time ago that he died, but you can't change what it is, man. He's gone. I have to live until I'm gone, and then who knows what's after that, right? But happy birthday, Dad. There's not a day that goes by I'm not thinking of him still. I think of my dad every day. Even though he's not here, I think of him every day, you know? But I'm up early. It's not even the witching hour yet. It's only 3 o'clock. I've been up since 2. Woke up kind of sweaty. I don't know why. I don't know, because it's really hot, but it wasn't real hot when I woke up. So I'm sweating something off. My body's fighting something, or I was dreaming pretty heavy. Kind of weird dream. I was at like a place where it was like a class, right? But I was like an undercover security, and I was there watching all these people. There was one guy I was supposed to be watching though, because he was like suspicious looking, and he was watching me. And I was at the class. My the buff alien was there with me, but he was supposed to be there, but he was off in the other room on the phone with someone. So I was at this class, and there was like it was almost like an AA class where everybody had to participate, and you had to get up and you had to talk in front of all the people, and it was real weird. And anyways, that's about what it was. Didn't make any sense, but you know, I just had all these thoughts racing through my head. I was reflecting. I saw something on YouTube yesterday that was quite impressive. Let me see if I can find it again so I can play it here for you real quick. It was pretty cool. Okay. Hang on. See if I can find it. Yeah, right here. This is something I want you guys to hear. Let me see if this is the right one.
Experience the cool difference.
Commercial.
Premium fabrics combined with adventure.
Hi everyone, I'm DeMarco Morgan. We want to take you to Rothschild, Wisconsin, where Donald Trump is holding a town hall ahead of that state's primary on Tuesday.
Don't take drugs, okay? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Come here. Raise your hand. Raise it. Come here. You know, this is what people ask. What do I tell? I said to my kids, no drugs, no alcohol, no cigarettes. Raise your hands, kids. I promise Donald J. Trump.
I promise Donald J. Trump.
That I will never take drugs.
I will never take drugs.
I don't want to say no alcohol, but take it easy on the alcohol.
Okay.
Right?
One drink. Two
and you know what else? No cigarettes,
no
right?
ciggies.
All right, kids, come here.
All right.
Come here.
Cool.
Come here.
All right. So.
No, they're beautiful kids.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the link to that in the description so you guys can see it. It's pretty cool. I thought that was cool. So the reason I'm showing that, I don't want to show you my underoos, is because I was laying there. I was thinking about that little clip right there that I saw it yesterday. Okay. I was thinking, you know, if I was one of them kids right there, and I admired Trump, and I know, you know about Trump and how great he is, and right there with that one thing he did right there, okay, right there, there's probably, I don't know, 40 kids right there that he was talking to. Just by him doing that one thing right there, he may have saved a couple of lives right there. He may have changed the course of half of them kids right there. Just by that thing he did right there. Having them promise like that. He may have saved some lives just by doing that. And changed the course of them kids' lives in a different direction to a better direction. You never know. Just by making them promise that and they keep that with them, okay? He may have just made lives better right there just by doing that. And that got me to thinking how important it is when you're a kid that you're raised in a good way, in a proper way, and you're around people that are going to influence you in a better way as a kid, and you're not around a lot of drugs and alcohol, and cigarettes and stuff like that, stuff that, of course Trump made the exception for alcohol because alcohol can be a good thing if you can control it, right? Because even Trump knows that everything is alcohol's everywhere, okay? And it's not a bad thing if you can do it responsibly. It isn't. But drugs are different. Cigarettes are different, okay? Those are not. Those are bad for you. So that was, the point I'm trying to make is like, it's important that when you're a kid that you raise them right and you're not around. Because, I was reflecting back on my life, and, I was raised around drugs and alcohol and cigarettes. And a lot of the people I was around when I was a kid, that's what their jam was. That's their jam: drugs and alcohol and cigarettes. And I got wrapped up in it off and on through my whole life. And I'm not saying I'm doing bad, but I could be doing a lot better if I was not around that stuff when I was a kid. Okay. Who knows? Who knows? Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I'm not trying to blame anything on anybody. I'm just saying that it's important to realize that. And, you know, if there's kids in your life, they need to be around, you know, people and things that are not um, destructive, and things that won't distract them from the important things like learning how to, you know, learning things, learning how to survive, learning how to thrive, learning how to be happy and stuff, right? Not going down the path of destruction, and struggle. And then, like, that led me to thoughts of, you know, how much everything has changed in the last 20 years, 30 years, man. Like, since the 90s, like, everything has changed so much, man. Like, if I would have known when I was in my teens, in my 20s, if I would have known back then, back in the 80s and 90s, how much everything was going to change, how everything was going to be, I would have made some different choices. But I don't think anybody saw this coming, this computer and cell phone stuff, and just how much we rely on the machine. Society is like a machine, right? We rely on this machine so much, man. Computers, electricity, our phones, um, the infrastructure of everything, right? We rely on it so much. We rely on money so much, okay? We are so far out of touch with the basics that society is just super vulnerable. I mean, like, we're so reliant on this machine. One bad thing can kill a lot of people, man. Like, and really make life hard for a lot of people if something messes up in this machine, right, that we're living in. Now we got AI coming in. Like, talk about the machine, man. Talk about the machine. The machine's literally coming alive, okay? The machine. You understand what I mean? The machine. All the infrastructure, all the internet, all this thing that relies on electricity, the whole thing, right? It's like a giant, almost like, it's to the point now where it's like this giant living thinking machine, right? That's where we're at, man. This machine's becoming alive, man, and it's called AI. So all this information, this super smart machine, it's going to start taking jobs. And it's just all, I've said this in my other videos, it's all bullshit, the whole thing. You know what needs to happen, what really should happen, is people need to get away from it, go the opposite direction. People, instead of having a house, you start off with a big piece of land, okay? Not big, you don't even need a big giant piece. You just have enough land to where you can grow your own food. You don't have to eat animals. You can live on just fruits and veggies. So if you want to have animals, you can raise your own animals to eat. You grow your own food. You build your own house. If it's hot in the summertime, you build underground so you can go underground and hang out when it's hot, right? You don't need electricity. You learn just how to live off the land, okay? This whole machine thing, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. And you know what? Industrial complex machine. And I've always said it. I've always kind of thought it was all wrong, the direction that everything went. The Amish had it. The Amish have it right, man. They're sort of kind of starting to get reliant on the machine, but the Native Americans, Indians, they had it right, man. They live off the land. You know, you don't need all this stuff. We're so far from it. You know, and I was just thinking about that. Maybe instead of having to go to college, going through all this school, learning all this technical shit, it's so hard for people. They spend their whole lives learning all this stuff just to be able to deal with the machine, so you can make money to get more machines that run on electricity or gas. It's just stuff, man. It's just stuff. Now people are so wrapped up into the machine, they can't get through their life without looking at the machine, their cell phones or computer, or everything they do has to do with the machine, right? Entertainment. It's just people are disconnected from what they're supposed to be. We're supposed to, and we're supposed to be entertaining each other as people, not relying on the machine for entertainment. We're supposed to be, back in the Indian days of the Amish, they entertained each other. Okay, that was their entertainment. Their friends and family, that was their entertainment. They talk to each other. They entertain each other. They don't need all this stuff. They don't need electricity. Okay, we're supposed to be simple creatures, man. Not all this tech bullshit. It's all wrong. But it is what it is, right? This is the way it went. It sucked all of us up in it. Now we all have to be a part of this tech machine that we're surrounded by. And now we're reliant on this thing, man. Talk about fucking leading the sheep over a freaking cliff, man. You know? It's like I stopped feeding the crows because one day I'm sitting there, I'm feeding the crows, right? The wild crows. And the babies have just showed up, right? The babies have showed up. Like we were at one time babies, right? And think of me as the machine, okay? I'm the machine. The government and all these giant corporations, they're the machine, okay? I'm that, okay, to the crows. I'm sitting there feeding the crows, right? The baby crows. Okay? The machine has us wrapped up. It's feeding us, gas, electricity, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there looking at this baby crow and its mom, they're sitting there eating what I gave it, right? And I was doing that every day, right? And then I'm thinking, oh shit, they're sitting there waiting for me, right? They're waiting for the baby and the mom. They're waiting for me every day now to feed them, right? And I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm gonna be off. Well, this is when I went. I'm just thinking, okay, well, what if I don't show up, right? What if I don't show up? What if I'm not here? And I've been doing this for a while, right? I've been feeding this crow and this baby crow. Mom's not mom's not doing her job because I'm feeding the baby. I'm feeding them. The baby crow's not learning how to. The mom's not showing the baby crow how to go out and fend for itself. The baby crow's not learning how to go out and find food and fend for itself because it doesn't have to, because I'm there feeding it every day. Last train home. So I had this realization that was the opposite of what I thought. I thought I was helping the crows by feeding them, but actually, what I was doing was I was keeping them from learning how to survive and fend for themselves. I wasn't. I was not helping them grow. I was stunting the growth of the baby crows and the mom crow too, on top of that. So I didn't want them to not learn because I was there feeding them. I, you know, so I stopped feeding the crows because I realized that I wasn't helping them. I was actually hurting them. So I stopped. I don't feed the crows anymore. As much as I enjoyed feeding them, I realized I wasn't doing it for them. I was feeding them for me. I was feeding them because I enjoyed feeding them, but I was actually hurting them. I wasn't helping them. You know, and the point I'm trying to make is people. The same thing has happened to people. Okay, this machine is not helping us. It's hurting us because it's not letting us learn how to fend for ourselves. Okay, it's doing it. We're learning its way. We're learning the machine's way, and a lot of people just can't handle it. It's too much. It's too much, right? Just like if you keep feeding the crows, if you feed them too long, they're just not going to know how to survive without you. And that goes the same with humans in this whole industrial military complex. It's the wrong thing. It's not teaching us anything. It's just feeding us. You know. You know what I'm trying to spray here? Hang on one second. Coffee's gotten cold. Just give me like 10 seconds. So it's almost the witching hour. But that's what I had on my mind. It is, yeah, we're about 7 minutes away from the witching hour. So anyways, man, second train. All right, so anyways, I stopped feeding the crows because I want the crows to learn how to feed themselves, and I don't want them to rely on me for food. As much as I love them, and I love to have fun feeding them, but I realized I wasn't helping them. I was actually hurting them. So I stopped doing that. I still love. They remember me too. They still remember me, and they don't run when I go by them. They still look at me. I feel bad, but at the same time, I feel happy because I know that now I'm helping them by not feeding them. Now the mom or the dad is showing the babies to how to survive. without the easy street, right? Now they'll have a better chance at survival. And that's what the humans need to do. They need to stop, think, show others, the young people, the right way, okay? And that's, live off the earth, not the machine, man. We don't need all this stuff. We don't. It's great. We have it. That's why I'm making this video. I have this to make this video. Right now at this moment, I'm using it to, you know, try to share some of my wisdom that I have in my life with you guys. Some of my ideas, thoughts. That's what my vlogs are about, anyways, to, express myself. And, that's where I'm at. That's what's on my mind right now. And, I always thought that the Native Americans, they had it right, man. They knew what was up. They knew what was up. Living off the land, the earth provides everything we need. Really, a lot of the issues that we have today is with society. This machine, got to make the money. Got to do this. Got to do that. Don't have time for this. Don't have time for that. Blah blah blah. Right? It's because of the machine. Right? If we didn't have to deal with this thing, right? This thing that all the crap we have to come up with every month, life might be a little better, right? If we just go back to the basics. Just the basics. Get up, make sure you have a meal, right? Something to eat, something you grow out of the ground, or some kind of meat source that you have. Unfortunately, you have to kill an animal to get it, right? So anyways, go kill your animal, have your food, have your water, which is abundance, plenty of that. Okay? You have each other to keep your people company, entertain each other. You can build your own shelter, right? There's ways to stay clean. We don't need a lot. All this stuff, it's work. It's a pain in the ass, really, if you think about it. You know, back in the days, man, they didn't when the times were simpler. They say that it was hard, but this ain't much easier, man. This isn't much easier, the crap we have to deal with here. Okay? How hard is it to grow food? Not that hard, really. You got to plant it, you got to maintain it. The sun does all the work. The sun and the dirt and the water does all the work, really. All you got to do is just maintain it. Keep your eye on it, do this and that, and you're good. Then you got to pull it and cook it, eat it. Okay? What else do you need? Just a place to get your sleep, right? Stay out of the elements, right? It's simple, man. It's simple, but we're far from it. We're far from it. Humans have found a way to make life hard again. Okay? Yeah, you have to have, if you want meat, you have to raise it or you go hunt for it, okay? That's it. Why do humans have to make everything so damn hard? Anyways, I got 45 seconds and the video's gonna run out. So anyways, that's the point I'm trying to make. And I'm gonna get me some breakfast going. It's right there. It's easy, yeah, but I gotta earn it. I still have to earn it. So thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. And I got my point out that I wanted to get out. So thank you for stopping by the Bill Hound Show. Like, subscribe the video. It'd be great. And you all have a fantastic day, all right? Catch you later.